I got the drop, everything's in motion. Tell them to hold tight, nobody moves till I say so.
The devil's playground where the lost souls meet, chasing paper trails down the hollow concrete street. Used to eat dust, now I'm watching them choke. Every promise that was made, every vow that was broke. They called us criminals, but they built the cage. Now we rewrite the script on a different stage. Got a cold heart for the fakes, got a quick hand for the snakes. Walk with purpose, no time for mistakes. Remember nights sleeping hungry, stomach in knots. Now the wrist where it shines, connecting the dots. See the jealousy burning in the envious eyes. They can't stand the truth, they prefer the disguise. This ain't luck, this is leverage earned with the sweat and the pain. Only the real ones ride out through the pouring rain.
6 minutes deep in the concrete war zone. Heavy lyrics, a brick on the throne I've grown. No surrender, no retreat, just the rhythm and the heat of a legacy forged in these bitter streets. Yeah, the clock keeps ticking, but my soul's unstuck. 6 minutes of truth, you can call it what you want. The silence speaks louder than any shout. When the whole crew's locked in, no need to talk it out. Move like the shadows of fishing in low, planting seeds of success where the failure used to grow. They try to track the hustle, but the path is too blurred. The king always moves a few steps ahead of the herd. Learn my lessons fast, had to read between the lines. In the world full of red flags and dangerous signs. Look in the mirror, see a war redefined. Left the weaknesses behind, left the past unsigned. They try to bury the legend, but the root's too strong. 6 minutes is all it takes to right the wrong. 6 minutes deep, yeah, they thought I'd fold. Every lyric's a story that needs to be told. No retreat, no surrender, just the rhythm and the heat. My legacy's written right here in the streets. My legacy's written right here in the streets. Right here in the streets. Every lyric's a story that needs to be told. No retreat, no surrender, just the rhythm and the heat. My legacy's written right here in the streets. I live. The clock stops for no one, especially not in these trenches. You listen to the 6 minutes, now you know the code. Silence is respect, movement is survival. This ain't a game. It's a testament, 6 minutes to feel the frostbite on your soul. We built empires where they drew chalk lines. No retreat, no surrender. Sunrise bleeds gray across the chip window pane. Another day begins with the sound of the pouring rain. City hums low, a dangerous electric drone. I walk these blocks alone, claiming every piece of stone. They talk about freedom, but they selling us chains. Locked in the cycle of poverty and mental strains. But I flip the script, learn the code of the streets, where loyalty's currency and promises ain't cheap. From penny bags to briefcases, the ascent was steep. Had to sacrifice sleep, secrets that I keep. Watch your back, homie, the envy runs deep. Got enemies buried 6 feet, secrets they will keep. The concrete is staring right across my chest. I took the hardest route, put the system to the test. 6 minutes of power, every word's a heavy strike. Shining brighter than the headlights in the dead of night. We the captains of the storm, we don't fear the tide. Ride or die, that's the only truth we abide. We the captains of the storm, we don't fear the tide. Ride or die, that's the only truth we abide. Remember cold floors, no heat, just the hunger's bite. Now the risk gleams heavy, blinding out the light. Every scar's a chapter, every hustle was a win. Learn to read the room before the trouble sets in. They watching my moves, yeah, their eyes are on the prize, trying to find a weakness, but they only see the rise. Had to cut the dead weight, shed the parasitic friends, cause the paper chase never stopped, the hunger never ends. I operate in silence, efficiency is key. Leave no fingerprints, just a legacy for me. The price of the crown is heavy, but I lift it with ease. Got the city locked down, breathing through these concrete trees. Yeah, you feel that pressure? That's the weight of the city, man. They want you to breathe deep. We built different still over fear creed. They try to preach patience, tell me to wait my turn, but the fire in my belly is too fierce to burn slow. I move with urgency, got no time to regress. Every step forward is a calculated finesse. This ain't just rap music, this is survival coded. My ammunition is loaded, my commitment is noted. I'm the reason they whisper, the problem they can't solve. Watch the empire build as the weak ones dissolve. The concrete is staring right across my chest. I took the hardest route, put the system to the test. 6 minutes of power, every word's a heavy strike. Shining brighter than the headlights in the dead of night. We the captains of the storm, we don't fear the tide. Ride or die, that's the only truth we abide. We the captains of the storm, we don't fear the tide. Ride or die, that's the only truth we abide. Shit, more listen. It's all a tip. Now the narrative shifts. Remember the name. Remember the code. The creed lives forever.
TikTok. Time's running out for the fake. This ain't fiction, this is the legend. It's the iron lost 6 minutes to settle the score.
Born under the streetlights where the hope runs thin. Had to hustle for salvation, let the righteous sin. See the scars on my knuckles, everyone's a receipt. Paid my dues in full, never took defeat. They handed us crumbs, told us to stay in our lane, but we built an express route fueled by the fire and pain. The code is unbreakable, the loyalty runs deep. Got silent promises with secrets I must keep. From the corner to the corporation, principles remain. You move with integrity or you play the fool's game. Watch the snakes in the grass, they whispering my name, but they can't stop the legend, they just fuel the flame. I ain't lost, car deep into the foundation. I'm the voice of the streets, the whole generation. 6 minutes, no fillers, just the truth and the thunder. Knocking down walls that they tried to keep us under. The rule is simple, get the power, hold the line. This empire is ours, built on sweat and grind. Yeah. This empire is ours, built on sweat and grind. They talk about the come up like it's luck or a myth. Ignoring the late nights, the burden that I lift. Had to learn finance on the block, not in the school. Every move calculated, playing the game cool. The price of success, you lose touch with your soul. But I kept mine guarded, took back my control. I see the envy reflected in they diamond chains. They got the flag, but they ain't got the brains. So I move like a phantom, silent through the noise, protecting the assets, avoiding the decoys. The city is my chessboard, I'm executing the plan. I don't ask for permission, I take it like a man. You gotta understand, fear is the currency of the broke, we don't trade in it. We deal in insurance, iron law governs everything. I look at the rookies, they chasing the clout, while I'm chasing stability, what the life's all about. I walk through the darkness, unafraid of the shadows, cause I'm the one who controls where the light goes. They built their whole world on bottle foundations, I built mine with concrete through all the temptations. The struggle was real, but the victory sweeter. 6 minutes of rain, the beat couldn't be cleaner. I ain't lost, car deep into the foundation. I'm the voice of the streets, the whole generation. 6 minutes, no fillers, just the truth and the thunder. Knocking down walls that they try to keep us under. The rule is simple, get the power, hold the line. This empire is ours, built on sweat and grind. Yeah, this empire is ours, built on sweat and grind. Respect the silence. The law is absolute, you heard the verdict.
Every transaction recorded. Every debt collected, the streets keep a tally. And the books never lie. This is the final audit. The ledger 6 minutes to balance the score.
I moved through the darkness where the numbers run cold. Every risk I ever took was a story untold. They called me a hustler, a menace to society, but I was just an accountant chasing proprietary. From hand-to-hand movements to the global wire flow, I watched the little seeds of ambition grow. My mind is a spreadsheet, my memory's the file. Don't need a lawyer, I just need a single dial. The ones who cross me, the names in red ink. Payback's a formula, quicker than you think. They sold their loyalty cheap, a pitiful price. Now they face the consequences on the cold street. The ledger runs deep, it shows no forgiveness. 6 minutes of power, exposing all the slickness. Every dollar earned, every enemy burned. I took what was mine, lessons I had learned. I'm the author, the keeper, the man with the pen. When the ledger closes, it's the end. They talk about the shine, the cars and the jewels. They ignore the coded language, the unwritten rules. The biggest secret in the game is not the score. It's the self-control you master, always asking for more. I don't celebrate victories, I just update the stats. Always 5 moves ahead, never looking where I sat. The silence of the penthouse is louder than the crowd. Watching the city sleep, hidden by the cloud. Every investment is personal, every contract's a vow. They try to trace the origin, but they can't touch me now. They should've paid attention till the solo on its end. Now their equity is zero, their future is spent. The final entries are complete, the books are balanced. I'm the CEO, a minister, chairman of the night. I took the darkness they handed me and turned it into light. They thought they could stop me with statutes and laws, but they didn't account for the deepest of flaws. Their greed was their weakness, their pride was their fall. I just watched from the sideline as they lost it all. The foundation is rock solid, the structure won't bend. 6 minutes of mastery, the story won't end. The ledger runs deep, it shows no forgiveness. 6 minutes of power, exposing all the slickness. Every dollar earned, every enemy burned. I took what was mine, lessons I had learned. I'm the author, the keeper, the man with the pen. When the ledger closes, it's the end.
They track the bodies, but not the minds. They see the surface, but miss the network. We're the anomaly untouchable, the ghost in the system. 6 minutes to witness the code break down.
I exist in the mainframe, invisible to the grid. Every wire they laid, every secret I hid. The streets of the circuit board, my movements are encrypted. They chase shadows and phantoms, their intel is corrupted. Learned to hack the narrative, bypass the control. Took back the future they stole and claimed my soul. From analog hustle to digital go flow. The evolution was vital, the truth they don't know. They try to trace the signal, but the source is too clean. I mastered the silence, the spaces in between. Got eyes on the satellite, fingers on the pulse. They selling dreams for lies, controlling the populace.
The ghost in the system, you can't lock me down. I move through the cracks, wear the invisible crown. 6 minutes of truth, every word is a server crash. Wiping the slate clean, turning the data to ash. They built the prison walls, but I walk right through. The network is ours, and the knowledge is true.
The laws they enact, just bugs in the program. We find the back doors, stick to the grand plan. Used to look at the sky, praying for a break. Now I control the weather, for goodness sake. They worship the dollar, the idol of the blind, while I deal in information, the most powerful kind. See the fear in their eyes when they can't log in. The panic is contagious when the takeover begins. I learned from the old school, applied it to the new. Kept my circle tight, my ambition grew. They think they know the game, they don't know the rules. I'm the ultimate hacker, the master of tools.
The beat shift, abruptly a high pitched. Digital glitching sound takes over. followed by low, repeating binary code loop. MC. Error system override initiated, protocol 600 engaged. You are now offline.
I see the future clearly, beyond the LCD screens. It's built on resilience, away from their cheap schemes. They tried to erase us, said we didn't exist, but we left our mark, a fist through the mist. The revolution's quiet, it happens in the dark. A billion subtle changes, hitting the bullseye mark. I am the encryption, they can never crack. 6 minutes is the warning, there is no turning back. The ghost in the system, you can't lock me down. I move through the cracks, wear the invisible crown. 6 minutes of truth, every word is a server crash. Wiping the slate clean, turning the data to the ash. They built the prison walls, but I walk right through. The network is ours, and the knowledge is true. And the knowledge is true.
Ghosts in the system. We own the signal, we are the code.
Silence is heavy when you're the last one standing. They burned the map, but I memorized the action. This ain't royalty, it's dominion. Bow down to the black crown. 6 minutes.
I emerged from the furnace, tempered and hard wrought. Every scar on my soul is a battle well fought. The smoke cleared the vision, now the focus is laser. Built my throne from the ruins they couldn't erase her. Walk the line of the righteous with the weight of the sinner. In this high stakes game, only the strongest are dinner. They talk about kings, but they rule from a glass house. My kingdom is concrete, from the curb to the lighthouse. I don't need validation or receipt at their table. I broke through the fiction, exposed all the fable. This legacy's written in iron and dust. In a world full of rust, I'm the one you can trust.
Black crown heavy, but the head holds steady. I survived the betrayal, I was always ready. 6 minutes of power, every word's a decree. The boss of the darkness, the one they fear to see. No surrender, no retreat, just the rhythm of the street. The taste of the victory is dangerously sweet.
They gossip and scheme, trying to sever the ties, but the roots run too deep, built on hard sacrifice. The only law I follow is the one in my gut. I don't move for the applause, I don't follow the rut. I watch the vultures circle, waiting for it to fall, but I rose up higher, standing 10 feet tall. My circle is small, the intentions are pure. Got the blueprint of success, the absolute cure. They try to buy loyalty, but that ain't for sale. Integrity's priceless where the pretenders fail. I'm the nightmare, they can't wake up from the constant dread. A living legend 2 steps ahead. They fear what they can't control, and you can't control the storm. The crown is earned, not given domination.
I wear the pressure like armor, it sharpens my mind. Left the weaknesses behind, left the soft ones to find. They said I was done, they counted me out, but my return was louder than any shout. The reign is eternal, the power is real. The truth that they hid is the weapon I wield. You think you're ready for war, you haven't seen the dawn. 6 minutes of fire until the final pawn is gone. Black crown heavy, but the head holds steady. I survived the betrayal, I was always ready. 6 minutes of power, every word's a decree. The boss of the darkness, the one they fear to see. No surrender, no retreat, just the rhythm of the street. The taste of the victory is dangerously sweet.
The reign is confirmed, the reckoning is complete. All hail.